Did you all know that the average air quality index in New Delhi, India is 300 plus on any given day? And that means that there's about 250 micrograms of smoke, sulfur oxides, nitric oxides just floating around in the air per meter. And compared to College Station, which has an AQI of 25, that's very, very bad. Um, so, howdy, my name is Trudy Boudreau. I'm an environmental geoscience student at Texas A&M. And today I'll be discussing how particulate matter um, is a major problem in cities. So real quick, the reason why particulate matter is such a big deal within cities is because of ozone heat islands. So these heat islands are created from nitrogen monoxide, sulfur oxides, and when the sun comes out in these cities, it creates um, excess ozone, which traps heat within the cities. So here's our roadmap for today. We will talk about how low emission and hybrid cars can assist in slowing daily emissions, how um, cyclones and wet scrubbing can lower emissions from factories, and how green infrastructure can benefit major cities as well. So first off is um, electric and hybrid cars. So both electric and hybrid cars create less exhaust and particulate matter in the air, and specifically create less volatile organic compounds. So volatile, according to Tran 2021, volatile organic compounds, or VOCs, are just organic compounds that create dangerous air quality anywhere. With these cars, we would be able to have less of that. There is a downside though, because according to Yang, he did a study in Qingdao, China in 2021. The standard process for almost any kind of car creates various particulate matter and heavy metal particulate matter. And this is a graph of various ways to cut down those waste products, so biological treatment, plasma treatment, other like heating methods, but all of these create dangerous gases as well. And then according to Ariani in 2021, she found that these processes, the breaking down and just the curating of them all create very toxic heavy metals. So then maybe the problem isn't with just the cars, maybe it's with the factories not being able to remove these VOCs from their waste products. So if we focus in on the factories, there are two solutions. There are two partial solutions. There are cyclone separators. They would create literally a vacuum effect, so just like the vacuum you use like to clean your dorm, like you vacuum up the dust, but all that comes out the other side of the vacuum is air. And so it removes the solid particulate matter. And according to Wren in 2021, this would remove the just excess like solid particulate matter, because even though there's solid and gaseous particulate matter, the solid can like get into your lungs and cause like very instant damage. And also according to Wren, he found that much of this particulate matter, the solid particulate matter, can be reused by these companies. So if it were a coal factory, they could use those tiny pieces of coal to do more, make more products. And so another thing that they would use for like a gasoline factory, would be wet scrubbing chambers. So these would, you send the gas through these chambers, and they're covered in like vapors that can suck in the sulfur oxides. According to Cheney, and with the NETL, gas processing plants have to do this. They're required to do it so that sulfur oxides can be removed, and sulfur oxides are very, very harmful to human lungs, and just like even if they touch you, like on your skin, they're very harmful. So it's very good that he concluded that this lowers overall VOCs in cities and just areas around factories. So, well, both low emission cars and better factory machines, can lower more PM. Neither of these will remove the volatiles that are already in the atmosphere. So the better solution for that would be to use green infrastructure to remove organic particulate matter in major cities. So again, the sulfur oxides and the nitric oxides are the two major ones, and both of these can be taken in by plants. So according to Katarzyna, in her research in 2021, she found that the pores on leaves of any plant, just like they take in CO2 that we breathe out, they can also take in sulfur oxides and things like ammonia. And so the plants can store these. They'll use the sulfur because plants need sulfur, and they can also store other organic matter in their vacuoles, and so that way it's not floating around in the air. And then again, from Tran in 2021, he found that plants also do nitrogen fixing. So this means like if nitrogen oxides land in the soil of a garden, it would also trap that, it would go to the roots and to create more chlorophyll. And this also mitigates extreme heat islands. So one of the bigger issues with heat islands is that they trap so much heat, and covering the concrete and asphalt in cities would lower this. And this is according to FAOS in 2021. There are also limits because we don't want to use invasive species, and the Cincinnati EPA said there's still not a solution for the use of heavy metals. And then these are just a few other extra things. But particulate matter is creating like very poor air quality in many places, and with so many respiratory diseases getting worse, it's very important that we put a check on this, and everyone deserves to have clean air quality, just like in Ivy Land. So, thank you.